Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have KOKOH. KOKOH is from London in the UK. So let's see what KOKOH has to say. Enjoy the interview. So hello, KOKOH. How are you?
Very good, very good. It's been a recovering week because I got the flu like for 5 days and it was like
Oh no.
really bad. So and then just Thursday, I went to Blue Marl in Ibiza for network and to meet other DJs and music producers. And then when I'm getting out of the club, this guy on a cycle came and tried to get my phone, but when
Oh
I'm
my.
in a taxi, but I hold to my phone. The guy slapped my no, get off the bike, slap my face. When I'm on the floor, kick me in the face, and then grab the phone. I stand up. I tried to run against him. I didn't realize that another cycle was behind that they were together. So
Oh no.
I said I better let them go with my phone because that can become aggressive.
Of
So
course.
but I didn't realize because I haven't lost my phone many times or get robbed like that. How dependent you are on your mobile phone, like the
Yes.
bank, the everything, even like I'm completely naked. It's like I don't have any. I feel so like powerless without my phone. It's just crazy.
I think our phone became like an extension of our hands. It's
Yeah,
important.
yeah.
It's like our lives there.
Yes, true.
Oh,
But,
sorry
but
to hear that. I just hope you are recovered now, and this event just like put in the
but you
past now.
know, I always say you got two options. You either can get angry or you just laugh about it. I decide to laugh because what are you gonna do? Like, does it give my anger to Fantasyland because I don't know who's the guy is. Like, I cannot even locate the guy. So.
Oh, I'm sorry it happened to you. I'm
It was
sorry.
comical. It was comical.
So,
Nobody ever, for me, was like, that was so gay to slap my face. That was like, that Robert was gay. Because I'm gay, but it's like, I was expecting a punch or something, and then the guy just slapped my face. And it's like, that's the best you can do to Robbie.
oh dear, that's so fun. I mean, as you said, it's better laugh now than cry. I think that's two ways to face it. Oh,
Energies.
it's nice. It's nice
And
to have.
anyway, I'm insured, so I'm gonna get the phone back somehow.
KOKOH, tell me where you're from.
So I was born in Margarita Island in Venezuela, a long time ago. I'll tell you that. But then my parents moved around for quite a bit because my dad used to work in oil, and my mom was a big name artist. So I then lived in Curacao, and then Holland, and then I've been like in the UK for 22 years now.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
And why London? Why the UK?
I hated London with all my life. My dream was Berlin or Amsterdam, and as a good music producer and a DJ, it's kind of like London is more pop, Berlin is techno, and Amsterdam is trance and house. So
Interesting.
that was my dream to be there. My dream was to be part of that amazing community that is in Europe. And even Barcelona. But then I fell in love with a guy that I met in Venezuela, and then he was moving to London, and I was so pissed off when I took the flight from Amsterdam to London, but I was madly in love. So when I arrived, it was like, I'm doing this for love, but in my inside, I was burning like. But it was, I think I got used to it, and
Mhm.
London become part of my life. Like my studies, I did it here. I did sound engineering in the Middlesex University, the extension of the SAE. And then kind of like you create your own network. You
Yeah,
kind of like do what South American people should do when they move to a different country is they need to adapt to the country. So
totally.
that's what I did. So even though I have Venezuelan friends, Brazilian friends, but I always try to, okay, if it's one person that only speak English, we all speaking in English because you have to respect that. And then
Absolutely.
slowly I got integrated in the music scene as well. I started DJing. So London become like the house you buy within budget. You might hate it, you might love it, but it's your house. So, it's like, that's the way I see London now.
Amazing. So as you already mentioned about your career as a DJ and a music producer, so walk me through a little bit how everything started.
So I was 17 or 16. So I'm an academic trained musician. So I did my 11 years of music. I did music dictation, history of music. I play flute, transverse flute, 3 years of piano. So kind of like my dad was really enforcing the education in my life at early age. So it's not that I was playing or Nintendo. No, my playground was the flute and the orchestra. So but I never got the hint of the academia, the classical music. I was not, my personality, it will clash with them because you have to be really methodic, you have to be really structured, and my mind is the explosion of colors. So it was like, I cannot stand these people. They are so dictatorial because even the way they marry, everything is like in a square, and you have to train 5 hours a day, and then you have to be in the orchestra, and also because Venezuela was one of the biggest orchestras, most famous in the planet. Then the expectation of you as a musician is even, the expectation is bigger than any other country. So of course, like I said, I cannot live up to this expectation because it's my father's expectation, is my grandfather's expectation, and plus the orchestra expectation. So I was like, but I love electronic music. I used to listen a lot to Bjork, Kula Shaker, um, uh, uh, mainly artists like Fiona Apple as well. So artists that were really making like a difference in the music industry, but they were more experimental. Even I listened a lot to Garbage, the band. So everything was like with electronic elements, but kind of like not really dance music. And then I start doing the DJ thing because I am a party animal. And I have a good mentor, a really famous artist from Venezuela called Leo Castillo. He trained me, he developed me. He's not with us anymore, but he kind of like he put the seed of the electronic music in my heart. And for that, I'll always be grateful. But that's how it started. I met him and he said, like, why you don't produce? Because the DJ thing is just selecting tracks and then you play for people. Depending the party, you create your set. But when you produce, it's kind of like your signature in the music. So for me, it was really important that when I DJ, my signature is also in the set. So I start producing for my set. I, for a long time, did live music. Live music in terms of I used to play the flute or sing when I was doing a mix. But kind of like you evolve. And now what I do is I'm fully focused in the music and in the DJ as an artist, not as a resident. I don't do residencies. So that's how it started. And then when I moved to the UK, I opened the Pandora box. It was like, it's so much to do in London. And you don't even have time for the amount of stuff. So you kind of waste time. So you kind of, for me, it's about, you have to create your network. You have to promote yourself. You need to meet all the DJs. You need to compete with them, but also be their friends. Then be promoters. Don't fall in love at the wrong time. Fall in love when you have to. Don't let your partner get involved in your professional life. Don't let your professional life get into your love life. So it's really overwhelming. But once kind of like all that process of training, it took me like 10 years to get to the level I'm in right now. Not that I'm the best, but I reached the level I'm comfortable now.
Amazing. Okay, so during the interview, during the journey, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your music, about your career, and also about your life overall, okay?
Thank you. Yeah.
KOKOH, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Yeah.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I've got here my best friend. Full of random fun questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song now just for us to relax a bit before the first question, okay?
Okay, good.
Let's do it. Right, KOKOH. So before we start the game, during the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about some reason, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay, good.
First question for you is, who is the most influential person in your life and why?
My grandfather. I think the ethics, values, and morals that man teach me during my childhood and my adolescence make me really not ambitious, but encourage me to have this slogan that is the only way is forward. You know, whatever happens, it's gonna be always okay. You always can be worse. So move on. You know, keep your mind in the target. And I think that seeing him, he raised 9 kids.
Wow.
All in amazing education. They're all academic, and he was an academic as well. So he kind of like, not only by the things that he taught me, also by the things I saw from him and the way he behaved with people. So he was a businessman, and very academic, but he was very influential, and not because he had power, it's because the way he spoke to people. So I think that kind of like give you a better way to navigate emotionally through people, but also to deliver the story or deliver what you need from them.
Wow. Which person in your family you are more close to?
To my sisters, my 2 sisters. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're back in Venezuela or they are in Europe as well?
No. I have no one in Venezuela. Like, I lost contact with Venezuela almost 20 years ago. I love the memory of it, but I cannot say that I'm nested in the culture like another person will be. Like that thing that you maybe feel for Brazil, I don't have that connection because I left too young, and you know, the UK become part of my life. I am proud of my Latinity, but it's not my day to day. Yeah.
Let's see that both of your sisters, they are watching this interview right now, and you have a moment or you have opportunity to send them a message, to say something to them. What would you say right now?
Well, don't get stuck in sad thoughts, because we have the tendency of doing that. Yes, you know, I always tell my sister this: when the worst scenario is happening, you can picture in your head 4 even worse scenarios, and then that scenario is not that bad anymore. Amazing. So, you know, that's what I always said to them, because they can be quite, you know, when you're in problems, they get in the dark side. So it's better just to smile like, look, can be worse.
I see. All right. Next question. Hey, KOKOH, next question is, what are the top 3 things on your bucket list?
So I want to DJ at the Sonar. So that's one of my bucket list. But I need to first get a bigger following. and I need to do a lot of work in as an artist. The other thing is I want to experience going to Asia with my parents. That's one of the things I've got planned. And the third one is helping my little brother to, if I could be an influence on his life, so he see things from a different perspective. That will be one of the things that I would like to do, like helping to see the life with a different perspective.
Which one of those 3 is going to happen the first, do you think, in your opinion?
The Sonar.
Yeah?
Yeah. Direction, so yeah.
Amazing.
Hopefully.
Next question. Right. So before the next question, Coco, when I was checking your profile, there is I believe a project yours called Soho Sessions. Yeah. So
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about it. What is about?
Wow. That's a long story, but I'm gonna make it short. I started the Soho sessions during lockdown
Mhm.
with my six support circle. But funny thing is that then becomes 20, then becomes 30, and then at some point was more than 40 people with
Wow.
other people waiting outside the flat. But then is when I realized like I'm doing so everybody's calling the Soho sessions, let's go to Soho. So they call it the KOKOH sessions or the Soho sessions. And it's a party that I always have. Well, it was always me DJing, but I start bringing in DJs that were looking for work. So I will charge £20 entrance fee. And then I will, with that money, pay the extra DJ or the new DJ that was playing for. So it was really, it just was a thing, become a thing in the London, central London scene. And at some point, I realized that I started increasing the following in Facebook, and then Instagram as well started picking up. So I said, I'm just going to continue with that. So, but I need to take it out of my flat. So I took it out, and the first party was a success. It was in Dallas, then New York, then I did it in Curacao. Now we're going to do it for the first time in Barcelona next week.
Wow.
So it's been growing. Yeah. But the format is a broadcasting event with so we work per seasons. Nowadays, I structure the whole thing now. So it's seasons, and then every season have 6 to 7 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Episodes is one DJ that I'm promoting. That my rule is the DJ cannot be famous, but cannot be starting. Have to be
on the middle.
Yeah.
I see. Interesting. Okay. Next question is, if you could be a character in a movie, who that would be and why?
I will be the Scarlet Witch.
Tell me why.
Because she's a bad and she's mental. And I'm mental, so it's fine.
Coco, when you think about yourself, when you analyze yourself, what's the best part of being you? What do you like the most about being Coco?
I'm a storyteller. And I think I never, till last year, I started appreciating more who I am and my skills. I think I judge myself really harshly and really strongly. And after I did deal with dysplasia 2 years ago, and I think and then I got, before that I got chronic pancreatitis. And when I realized I could die at any point, and you never know when it's gonna happen, because some people have the date, but in my case, my body just responds differently. So when I realized that I can go at any point, is when I start saying, I'm not an idiot, I'm not that bad, and I start being kinder to myself. Good. So now I can tell you that I think that my best quality is my cheekiness. And I think my focus, like how I can, when I'm focused, I can, do anything. So I said pragmatism is I think my best quality. I'm very pragmatic.
What's your star sign, astrology?
Oof, I'm the worst.
Let me guess.
Guess.
Scorpio?
No, those are passionate.
I'm Scorpio.
Scorpio is revenge, so it's fine.
What's yours?
A Gemini.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we really swing moods. And we really have two personalities.
Next question. Let's do it. Right. Next question for you is, what is the most romantic thing someone has ever done for you? You
know something? I was such a bad boy. I was such a bad man that I know that people have done crazy stuff for me, but I didn't appreciate it. So I think there have been loads of moments that have been like amazing romantic. I cannot remember. So I'm trying to think what I defined as the most romantic moment. Yeah.
Could be anything, you know. Sometimes people they do some gesture for us that we find romantic. Could be anything.
Yeah. When oh yes, that is one. I was in really big pain, and my boyfriend came with me to all the treatments during the
Oh,
hospital. Yeah, every single one of them.
wow.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference between you and your boyfriend? The biggest similarity?
The biggest difference is that I'm a short man and he's like super tall. He's a giant. That's the biggest difference. And well, we are completely different personalities. I'm South American. At the end, I explode. I'm passionate.
Drama. It's like drama. I know very well. It's Latin blood. There's a lot of drama there. It's
No,
soap opera.
no. I don't cause drama. I'm very direct. I kill you with one word. That's it. I'm not violent physically, but I will leave your scar in the head if you mess with me. But I think he's more like, let's talk about it. Let's like it's always better and and with his English accent, and I'm like, kill them all. So I think that's the biggest difference. Biggest similarities. We are like hummingbirds. We're social creatures. So
Wow.
even though he's very introvert, he liked the attention of the people. Like if so together, it's like a power couple driving for attention.
Oh, and how did you path cross? If you can share.
Yeah, I can share that. It was actually very, very funny, and I I I was at fault. We I was bored at my place, and I called a friend and I said like, hey, is any clubs open? Can we party somewhere? And he was like, well, there is a party in Holborn next to your house. Do you want to come? And I was like, but I don't know anyone. So just move here, just come here. So I came to the house, and it was music and people and stuff. And he came, I was talking to my friend, and he came from the back, and he said something to me, and then because I didn't understood what he said, I turned around and said like, who are you? And then he was so like, what? I was like, I'm the owner of this house and this is my party. And I was like, do you want me to leave? I was like, I came to ask you if you want a drink.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Well, who are you? And then I feel so embarrassed that I start talking to him and trying to, to soften the bad impression that he had. And then we ended up talking and talking and talking, and then I had to go back home because I have the gay pride and I had a huge party that I promote. The Soho sessions was that day, so I have to leave. And then I said to him, I wish I didn't go away. And he said, well, you can come back. But I had this. So after that, we went on a date, and then we went on another date, and then the rest is history.
Amazing. I love it.
You already know my parents and everything. He traveled to Dallas to meet them, so yeah.
Oh, sweet, very sweet. Ready for another question?
Sorry. Yes.
Ready? Let's do it. Next one. Right. So before the next question, tell me the biggest joy of DJ. Be a DJ. Tell me when you are there. Giving your best. Connect with people. Making people connect with your music. What's the biggest joy of being a DJ?
It's a tough one because, to be honest, when I DJ, I get really stressed, and the whole thing is kind of like adrenaline. I think the best part of being a DJ is when you finish your set and see the reaction of people when you get off the stage. as a performer, also that's the same case for me. Is when you're done and then you get up the stage and then you know that people enjoy it, and kind of like that's the most important bit. Because I'll kind of tell you that when I'm on stage, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm really conscious about my body language, about the faces I do. So when you get off the stage, it's like a release of dopamine. It's like, oh, I did it. It's fine. And then people come to talk to you, and sometimes you think your set is really bad, and then you have somebody say like, "Oh, this is the best set you ever done," and you're like, "No, it's not." But I think it's because the judgment that you have on yourself. But yeah, I think the best time is when you finish your set.
I see.
When, that feeling of release.
Next question is, how do you make friends?
I don't make friends. Friends, for me, friends happen.
Wow.
I think I don't push things to happen. And I always say deep relationships come from allowing them to flow. So
True.
If you're serious, I'm serious. If what you say is truthful, then what I said to you is truthful. But I work not as a mirror of people, but my relationships, I always try to flow. If I have to push a finger on it, I don't do anything. If you don't call me, I will call you 3 times. When I see that it's more than 3 times, I drop you. So it's about, I don't think I make friends. Yeah, exactly what I said. I don't make friends. Friends happen.
Totally agree. I think friendship, it's like a relationship. When the chemistry is there, you don't go around saying, you're going to be my best friend, you're going to be my friend. It doesn't work like that. No. When the chemistry happens, that's it. It's a natural thing to happen. That's how I believe as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
3 questions left. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, next question is, would you ever get a tattoo and what that would be?
I have no tattoos in my body. I have no piercings. I have not have anything done in my body except surgeries that I've done by medical reasons.
Right.
I love tattoos in people. My boyfriend have like 4 tattoos. And I get crazy about them. I see a boy with tattoos and I'm like, oh. But I don't know. I think I like to have my body as a blank canvas. I have various ideas to do tattoos. I was close to do it like 4 times already, but for some reason, it's just, I think tattoos are a mark on your body that is maybe not be forever, but it's for a very long time. And my mind changed its pattern in yearly basis. So for me, it's really hard to adapt to one idea and stick to it. I think I admire that in people because they kind of like love something and they tattoo it in their body and they follow that thought through and they keep persisting in that thought. But I don't function like that. I'm very, my feelings are truthful. My brain is changeable in daily basis.
It's funny you saying that because I don't have any tattoo either, and I always think as well, my God, I think I'm gonna get tired of it if I see it. And I find so beautiful tattoos in other people. When I see people express themselves through tattoos, I go like, my God, how beautiful they are. But I'm so scared to get tired of it or to regret afterwards. However, the older I get, I feel like, for example, if I would tattoo something, if I would find something, maybe the name of my godson, something that I would it'll be forever there, and something very discreet, very where somewhere I don't see very easily.
Tattoos are like a relationship.
Yes.
I don't advise anyone to have a boyfriend until the age of 35. Why? Because at the age of 35, you're tired of everything and you don't give, and then you just fly. So everything happens gradually and you're sure what you don't like. So you get a boyfriend at 35, you're fine, or a girlfriend, or whatever you like, non-binary, whatever these days you're gonna date. But tattoos is the same. Like if you do it at your 40s or your 50s, kind of you're sure,
Yeah.
It might not be the same, but it might work.
I agree. I agree. Two questions left.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Before the next question, Coco, tell me how was for you growing up as a gay boy? Walk me through a little bit of your experience.
I cannot tell you that I will be relatable to a lot of people in my
Mhm,
experience because my upbringing was quite particular. I grow up with a really rigid rules. So, and I went to school that, you know, kind of like they didn't care if you gay or straight. What they cared about your grades and the way you behaved, how you so they teach you how to your diction, your the way you express your body language. So and actually the academia was really important. So I didn't kind of like I knew I'd like boys, but I didn't fit into that, and I didn't come to a realization of that until I was the age of 14. Um, and even then, it was such a taboo that I never kind of like spoke about it. It's not like I was suppressing or I was angry with life. Nobody like, well, if you bully me in school, you will get into a fight. So I didn't got really bullied. I was the bully. So I didn't have that. I think it makes a huge difference in my life and impact is when I turned 17 or 18. That
mhm,
it's not only that you're gay, but also that you're a rebel kid, and then you start like kind of like questioning all the paradigms that you encounter on the go.
mhm,
Um, because I grow up in so many places, and let's say every time I have a challenge, I will know that the challenge will repeat itself in the future. So if
mhm,
I mastered that conversation at that very point, then when the challenge was come back to me, I could navigate it. So I was very entirely conscious about the problems that I have, conversations with, and for some people, you don't have to force them in the face that you're gay. That's none of their business. That's another thinking. Like everybody wants to say, "Oh, I'm gay. I'm out." Like, what the? Who the cares? It's like I don't care if you're gay. If you like a light in your bum, like I don't care. For me, it's more important that are you happy? Then you're happy.
yeah,
So I don't have that. So if you didn't want to talk about it, I wouldn't talk about it.
I,
If you didn't want to make a mention of it, I wouldn't mention it to you. If my relationship with you was strictly business or a strictly, then it's all what I talk to you. But my personal life, I talk with my friends. And if you're my friend, you will understand that I like boys. And if you go away because you didn't like it, okay, goodbye. I think for a lot of South Americans, it's different because they connect with their emotions and feelings, and I was really controlled in the way I relate to people. So
mhm,
I think all that, and also another awakening that I had is when I turned 40, that I realized, oh, I missed this, and I didn't do this, and I didn't do this, and it's all because I was gay. And then I started doing it at my older age. But yeah, I think the my development as a gay man was very controlled at the beginning and then become really chaotic. So I'm trying to find nowadays a middle ground between that wildness of the gay world and the structuredness, because there's two type of gays: the ones that don't develop anything and they get crazy and then they lost themselves in the victimizations of themselves, which
mhm,
is a trend nowadays, and the other guys that are super overachievers and a structure and I don't live life.
mhm,
So I've been in both sides. So I'm trying nowadays to plan my center and see, okay, I can get a little bit crazy, but I need to be structured. So
right. The balance.
I
I
have to
like that.
answer your question, but that's
No,
my,
it's okay.
my
Yeah.
philosophy.
Next question is, what is your favorite place in the entire world and why?
I was going to say Sao Paulo just because you're Brazilian, but no. I love the parties in Sao Paulo, I have to say. But my favorite place in the world, I have to say, I have two. One is my parents' house. That's my favorite place in the world. But if I'm alone, Barcelona.
Why Barcelona and why your parents' house?
I think I was listening to Michelle Obama in one of the interviews, and she said, if you want to be liked, you go back home. If you want challenges, you go to the world. And I completely agree. Like, I feel like for my family, we overcome all our issues, and it's very, very fulfilling when you go home and my mom asks me about my boyfriend. And that makes me happy the whole day that she asked.
Oh,
So I can talk to my dad now about, I don't talk about the granularity of it, but I talk about with my dad about, things about my relationship, and just by the fact that they accepted that, for me, is enough. So that's why I now Barcelona. I think it's because I spent for 4 years at my birthday there all the time, so I only have good memories, and I have really good friends there from my childhood. So
wow.
when I go there, it's like reviving this, and we can become kids again. I don't
Oh,
think it's only Barcelona, it's also because the people that is there for me.
amazing, amazing. Ready for the last question?
Yes, go ahead.
Let's do it. Last question. Right, but before the last question, through your career, tell me a moment or a situation that you're never gonna forget when you're, playing your set, expose your music. Tell me a moment that you never, for any reason, you're never gonna forget.
I was going to DJ in a party in Aruba, and that was in 2015. And I was hired to play in the after party. So I kind of like, okay, I'm going to this event and I'm gonna get paid, and that's it. I got into the flight and I sit down, and then this massive guy, like 6'3", arrived in the plane and sit next to me, and I didn't recognize him when I hear him, and I hear him saying, "Oh well, I'm DJ tonight." So and I said, "I'm DJing tonight too, but I'm DJing in the after party." And then when I turn around, was Tiesto. I was like, now it was like my heart is racing. He was the first. He was the first big DJ, and he was next to me, and he was going to play in the party before the after party that I was going to DJ in.
Wow.
So I was like, I couldn't do like, oh, what is it to him? Like, can you sign my book? So he signed my agenda, and then he said, "Well, good DJ tonight." And then
Wow.
I saw him live as well. I went to the party because I was invited, and then it was great because it's like a DJ in the party that he was around. So that was
Wow.
me.
Wow. My
One,
God. It's
and
not that.
I have a second one.
Okay.
I DJ in Ministry of Sound, and Benny Benassi was DJing the same night.
Wow.
So that's another thing that it's like it's great feeling to know when you DJing and the promoters you're working with start putting you on not in the same level, but kind of like closer to where you want to be.
Wow. Amazing. Right. Last question. Ooh, tough question now. The last one.
Tell me.
If your plane was going down and you could call just one person to say goodbye, which person that would be? Tough question.
I will do a FaceTime call to the group chat of all my family by FaceTime.
I knew you'd say that for some reason. I knew it. You're very cheeky. Now I know how cheeky you are. You can be.
Because you can call everybody at the same time. So I just press that.
Okay, so let's put the question a different way. Which person would be holding the phone? Like which person that you would call to connect everyone?
My mom.
See, okay.
I would like to send my boyfriend, but I have to be honest. Like I will text him after.
After you cannot anymore.
In my last breath, baby, I love you.
Cheeky again, very cheeky. Now I know. Now I know what you're talking about. Your personality. Now I got it. Right.
To be honest.
I love it. I love your honesty. I love it. Right, it's not
You
the
live in
NDF.
London. You live in London.
I live in London, yeah. I
We
live
should
in-
go for a beer for sure.
Absolutely. I can't wait to go on your set. You need to invite
Yes.
me to
You're on the guest list for the next one. That's for the 17th of May, but you're on the guest list for sure.
Look, it's recording, okay? We cannot go back and forth.
I'm a man of my word. When I say black is black, when I say white is white. You know,
Amazing.
I don't have middle tints or grays. I'm this.
Amazing. I love music. So yes, absolutely. Just let me know and I'll be there for sure.
Thank you.
Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay, let's start with money.
Work.
Fear.
Pain.
Family.
My family. All of them.
Life.
Progression.
Love.
Business.
I can't believe you said that. One word for sex.
Group.
Oh, how many people in the group?
6.
One word for religion.
Love.
Politics.
Sorry?
Politics.
My brother.
Friendship.
Me.
Desire.
Seduction.
Regret.
None.
Success.
Recognition.
One word for wish.
Success.
Happiness.
By choice.
One word for Venezuela.
A fantasy that will never come back.
Oh, one word for London.
Pushy.
Again?
Pushy.
One word for Barcelona.
Freedom.
One word for DJ.
Passion.
And the last one now, Soho Sessions. One word.
Friendships.
Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your boyfriend for a coffee. No, actually, I'm going to meet your boyfriend when you are playing there. While you are playing
you will.
there, I'm going to come to your boyfriend and I'm going to ask him, tell me, what's the most beautiful thing about KOKOH? And tell me something that he still needs to improve, something that he needs to work on. What's your boyfriend would say?
I think the way that people see me is not the same way I see myself. I think he will say that I'm kind,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a mask of arrogance, and I am careless in my subjects, like the way I speak about things.
Mm-hmm.
I have no filter, and I'm not political correct. That's what he will say. For me, I'm extremely political correct, but for him, I'm a disaster. I think that will be to improve. I think I need to be more conscious about people's idea, not feelings. I don't care about their feelings, but I care about their ideas, how they see life, and I need to respect that.
I see. Interesting. Let's play now KOKOH and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. But before you ask me the question, tell me what's your favorite Spanish word?
You know something is because I heard Salma Hayek saying this once. Cursing in Spanish release the anger. Like cursing is like oh no, but when you say it's like no, it's like, you know, that's like
Oh my God, you can ask me a question now, KOKOH.
Can I be cheeky?
You can be cheeky, yes, absolutely. I can.
Have you been in a triangle, in a love triangle? Not sex triangle, not threesome, no. Love triangle.
Okay, so it's a different answer then.
It's a different answer there, I know. This is
Uh,
emotion.
Good question, actually. Good question. Actually, over 1,200 interviews I've done so far on the show. Nobody asked me this question yet. They've been asked if I've been in a threesome, but they never asked if I've been
Love
in a
triangle.
yes, in a triangle relationship. The answer is quick because I never been. No, I never experienced a triangle like being, in a relationship or let's say emotion related to two people at the same time. Never happened to me. Yeah, it's
I knew you were going to answer that because I think South Americans, when we fall, well, the good ones, when we fall in love,
yeah,
we only love one person, and
yeah,
we struggle to develop emotions for other people. Like we can have sex, but we don't develop that thing. Whilst Europeans, they grow up with different cultural backgrounds, so they can give love to two people, and I think that is something the huge difference between the Latinity
yeah.
and the Europe mindset. They can
Abs-
develop, because they're gradual. We are full on. So I kind of like knew you were going to tell me that. So I'm happy for you.
however, I can tell you, through so many interviews here on the show, and I had so many people here on the show that they share, a triple relationship or open relationship or how the polyamorous relationship. So honest to you, be very honest to you, I never experienced that. Never happened to me. However, I after talking to so many people and understanding and educating myself about that,
Yeah.
it could happen. I try to put myself in this situation. It never happened naturally, like it never happens. However, being an open-minded person, you never
Yeah.
know. And feel in love for a couple, you can feel in love for two people at the same time, so it can happen. And
It can happen, but listen to yourself. Look at this. It can happen, but you
yeah,
need to when you have to educate yourself,
totally, yeah,
get out of
a bubble,
a comfortable of the thinking.
yeah,
Instead, you have to learn something that is not natural. Like
totally.
the reason that things comes easy to yourself is because they're natural. They flow.
I
So
see.
it's not natural to have a polyamorous relationship. Because that's a little bit selfish for one person because you don't know the other people's level of love that they have for you. So
Yeah.
I think that I'm very open-minded, but I also like to think that if I have to learn it, if it doesn't come easily, it doesn't flow, then it's not for me. So
Totally,
I don't
totally.
think I will never be in a polyamorous relationship or a three-way relationship, but I wish you the best when you try.
No, yes, absolutely. I think, as you said, I totally agree. I think it needs to be natural. You need to feel it. You cannot
Yeah.
be forced. You cannot do that just to please other people. It needs to come naturally from you. If it does, okay. If it doesn't, it's just the way you are, and that's how. It's not right or wrong. It's just different.
Yeah,
That's how
exactly, exactly, exactly. But two are better than one sometimes. I know that.
you are saying.
I am.
Coco, did you enjoy the interview?
I love it. I love your spirit, and we should go for drinks soon.
Totally, totally. Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for bringing your energy to the show. Thanks for taking the time. Amazing. And for sure, I would love to come to your set one day and connect with you even more. Before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Pragmatism will save your life. Stop being a snowflake. Take it up your arm and move on.
Amazing, amazing. Thanks so much. Regards to your family and also to your boyfriend, and we keep in touch. And I'll see you soon. Okay?
See you soon. Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye bye, Coco. Take care. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.